everybody! Hello, Void Dweller, Mystery Theater, Zarmagus, and Oe! Welcome back to 428 Shibuya Scramble. I don't know why I was almost gonna say Archinolico. Probably because I was just playing it, catching up to do the bonus stream tomorrow for the endings. Okay. Last time on Shibuya Scramble, we figured out Alphard's identity, and spoiler alert, don't listen to this if you haven't seen the last stream. Oh my god, it was Kanan, and there's a real Kanan somewhere where we don't know. Hopefully she'll make an appearance sometime. Hello T, hello G-chan, woo! Right. Oh my god. This story has been fucking incredible. Oh, if you're tired, feel free to go to bed anytime you need to, Ji-chan. Oh my god. This story has been fucking incredible. Of course, my computer has to make a big sound. If I adjust the volume, it can't leave well enough alone. Hello, XT, and welcome to the stream. I can gather, wow, 50 hours. It has seemed way shorter than that. I can gather that we're probably getting close to the end of the main story. I do know that, Xtune. I was told not to look up anything about it, but I was made aware of its existence, the anime sequel of this game. I can't wait, honestly, to, that's something I probably would see on my own time and talk to you guys about later, because, you know, doing an anime reaction is a whole different thing, although I don't know how much the copyright holder would actually care about the copyright of something so old and kind of obscure. And the anime is just called Kanan. That hopefully makes me think we're going to see the real Kanan there. Oh my god. Let's get back and see if we can save Tateno. Okay, where were we at? Let's go all the way back through those. Tateno is dead, but y'all told me last time. And Stanley has a keep out. Oh, ow, XT, you watched the anime first? Oh, God. Damn. I was told that, oh my god, oh wait, no. That would be really hard to do, because I'd have to be constantly pausing it to give a reaction. And that would just, like, you know, that would break up the action very well, though, I don't know, that would be really difficult to do. Oh, they tell everything that happened in the game in the anime. I guess in the first episode. Alright, let's see if we can figure out. It's gonna be either Kano or Achi. We haven't checked in with Achi in a while. Let's see if we can get it from his side. Why do he still seem so confident? Something definitely didn't feel right. This is just a bluff, you know. Okay. Let's see. God damn it. Hello, Lestat. Welcome to the stream. I forget which one of these is the correct one. He doesn't really care if he survives. Oh no, he's gonna unleash the virus, accepting that it would kill him too. Alphard, like Achi, you are so far behind everybody. Met Achi's eyes, seeing the haunted realization there. Sierra's flash a wicked and triumphant grin.
Enough of the high and mighty act.
Suzumu shouted. He began to stomp towards Alphard, but didn't reach him in time. Okay, this happens. We already went over this before. I don't know why it, like, undid it. The vials are sent sailing high into the air. Look out, catch him. Damn it, I forgot now how to get to the, what key was it again to get to the... See. Look out! Catch him! Catch him! Oh, she gestured for his comrades. Oh, Ji-chan. You don't have to do that, but that is sweet of you. She gestured for his comrades to fan out across the open space. The vial seemed to almost vanish against the backdrop of the evening sky. And by the way, if y'all are a fan of my Umineko streams, you should check out Joe Kronos. Him and Magus, not Czar Magus, but a different Magus, really get into a lot more technical mystery aspect of the story. And they have some fantastic voices too. So seriously, if you're all looking for another great Umineko Let's Play, and they love to really get into the technical side of analyzing how mysteries work, and I also heard that, I don't know how, but they fucking solved the epitaph before episode 7. I don't know how the fuck they did that. So yeah, definitely check their stuff out. How many of them had this guy even thrown? There was no way to tell for sure. And if even one of them broke open, it'd be a death sentence for Shibuya. They had to make sure they caught them all. Gotta catch them all. Spinning around in the midst of the chaos, Achi saw Suzumu catch one vial deftly. And the other gang members appeared to have done the same.
There's one more over there.
The desperate shout. Oh god. There's one more over there. That desperate shout had come from Matomi. She spotted a vial sailing in a high arc away from all the SOS members.
Damn it!
Ashi launched into motion, ignoring the searing pain in his leg. The falling vial was so far away.
Yeah!
It was now or never. He threw himself into a headfirst slide.
Gotcha. Nice catch.
The gang members broke out into cheering and applause. Achi got to his feet and looked around, but saw no sign of either Kano or Alphard.
Hey Archie, if you're looking for the detective.
Susumu gestured with his chin. Achi looking saw Kano far away across the scramble chasing after Alphard. Okay, good. So it still kept that choice. Soon, both men were lost in the crowd. Achi would have charged off in pursuit as well, but his wounded leg made that impossible. No!
Get him, detective.
He murmured under his breath.
We're counting on you.
Wait, did the bomb go off? Before he could even complete his sentence, a massive explosion blasted Achi off his feet. Tiny bits of metal tore through his arms, legs, and torso. He crashed to the ground and crumpled like a tattered rag. Oh, there were screams coming. Why did this happen? As Achi started, the voices got softer and softer. Bad end. Oh, God. There's a haze of pain. He saw bloodied arms stretch out before him. He saw a hand that had been clasped with his hand all day long. Oh, God. No! How did the bomb go off without the fucking song? The fingers feebly reached out for him, and Achi intertwined them with his own. It took the very last of his strength, and both hands subsided into stillness. How the fuck did that happen? And it's the same bad end. Number 75. I guess I'll try to approach it from Kano's side. Pulling out his cell phone, Kano dialed Osawa. Here's the epic confrontation music. As he did, he recalled his last exchange with Stanley at the electronics shop.
Looks like we'll be able to have that beer together after all.
Tateno might die. Oh no! How is this happening? Kano was suddenly thrown hard on the pavement. Where'd that explosion come from? His lighter certainly hadn't set the gasoline ablaze. Kano hadn't been that clumsy. So what had happened? Only one possible answer. Really? Aquagon... Wasn't Aquagon the translator of the game? Damn, what happened to Aquagon? Is their channel still up? Damn. Guppy Force might know something. Only one possible answer came to mind. Palmer had blown himself up. What? That only confused Kano further. His captive had already given up the password. What would prompt him to set off a bomb at this juncture? As he was losing consciousness, Kano continued to rack his brain, but he found no answers. Yeah, bad end. Oh god, what am I supposed to do? Oh no. Everyone got bad ended. I'm gonna just try if it's over here. Oh god, is this... Did I make the right choice here? No, that's definitely true. That's definitely the right answer. Unless it's one of those stupid things where we're supposed to say the wrong answer for another reason. Ugh. God damn. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes people, I don't know, get banned by YouTube from other things, like, for other reasons, and I guess that would disappear from the chat. So, yeah, that's, you know, I guess how YouTube just works. Is it Tateno? God, I have no idea. It's gotta be something here. Poor Aquagon. Hilarious, G-chan. Oh my god, okay. Damn. I am kind of stumped right now. I guess I have to stop him from calling.
Stop. This is the sort of nonsense we don't have time for right now.
Keenan shook her head, then put her phone away. Oh, that's good.
If you're really Alphard, then you don't actually need to hack the password.
Tateno said.
I'm guessing you already gotten it from Tanaka, which means you'll be able to get your hands on the antiviral as soon as you get into that lab.
Kanan didn't so much as flinch.
The only thing stopping you is the antiviral still in Hitomi Osawa's body. Possessing the antiviral and having a monopoly on it are two very different things. You want to eliminate Hitomi. That's why you lured her down to the Scramble. Am I wrong?
If that's true, then how am I planning on getting rid of her? Using this so-called substitute Alphard or something?
Yes, that's right.
Tateno couldn't be certain. But he couldn't think of any other way. Kanan let out a laugh. You don't know the first thing about Alphard, she said. Alphard keeps the outlines of his plans blurred, so that his deliberate actions just get lumped in with the coincidences. That's the crux of all his plans. That's how he's able to pull off his schemes by himself. He'd never solicit help from a third party. The words seemed like they were Kanan's, but also seemed like they were Alphard's. With his gun still at the ready, Tateno got out his phone and called Kano. No! Why is he calling? The young detective was... Okay, this calling Kano is fine. The young detective was quick to pick up.
Detective Tateno, what's going on? You need to get Hitomi Osawa to safety immediately. Alphard isn't trying to get at her blood. He wants her eliminated. What? Hurry. Yes, sir.
Once he'd gotten Kano's confirmation, Tateno hung up. I think I got it now. Why? There is no reason why I can't jump to Kano. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? Oh, come on. It keeps giving me jumps that I can't do.
And now your little plan has been foiled.
Tateno said. Kanan snorted. I forget what was the thing to view the old text. Like, how do I view old text? The text log. It's not letting me go down, so it doesn't look like I've read this already. Kanan snorted. Has it now? If I really am Alphard, then all I need to do is eliminate you here and head it right on into the lab. Even without her gun raised, she still radiated intimidation. Tateno might have had her at gunpoint, but he could feel the threat of her presence like a gathering storm.
Eliminate me?
He said, doing his best to mask any sign of weakness.
You're the one who doesn't have her gun ready.
Oh, I don't need my gun, Kanan said simply.
And why's that?
Because you can't shoot me. Yeah, I remember this part.
What's that supposed to mean?
Kanan glared sharply at Tateno. Her look pierced him like a blade. Then she quirked an unsettling smile and took a step closer to him.
Don't move,
he warned. Tateno said, I guess I'll try the other one.
I don't want to pull this trigger if I don't have to.
Oh, it's not that you don't want to pull the trigger. It's that you can't pull the trigger. Kanan took another step closer. You're still traumatized from that time you let your friend's wife die.
How? How do you know about that?
Tateno was shaking now, his arm wavering. Oh, I heard you blabbering on and on with the younger detective up on that rooftop. That was right. She had been there. Let's test my theory out, shall we? Kanan pointed her index finger at her own heart. If you think I'm Alphard, then shoot me. Right here. Right now.
Huh?
The corners of her mouth twisted up. You can do it. Can't you? Tateno's gun hand shook all the more. You're afraid to pull the trigger. It was as if her words were a spell that she was casting over him. You can hardly even stand the thought of pointing your gun at someone. Tateno shook his head violently back and forth, but he couldn't get Kenan's words out of his head.
Just keep Maria safe. That's your job.
That's what Stanley had said, and he was right.
Don't hesitate. Don't think.
This was Alphard, a sadistic terrorist. He just needed to trust himself and pull the trigger.
But!
There was a horrid, visceral sound. Gastric fluids rushed up to Tateno's throat. He pitched forward onto his hands and knees and vomited on the spot. The sensation of pulling the trigger, the recoil in the wake of the shot, it was exactly as it had been all those years ago. He never wanted to fire a gun again. At this point, he'd probably never be able to. Where were you even aiming? The voice had come from right in front of him. Better luck next time. He looked up to see Kanan standing right there. His heart began hammering like mad. This was the end. He braced himself for oblivion, even as his body cried out to survive. So he still missed both times. There was a dull roar of a gunshot and then silence. Still, that shot didn't make a fucking difference. Stanley got unlocked. Oh my god. Stanley and... Okay, everybody's got unlocked here. Everybody's changed. Stanley got unlocked. To get Tommy's blood. Alphard still hadn't got her hands on that. That must be why she proposed the exchange. No. Oh god damn it, that's... I didn't mean that choice. That wasn't... Let me get back, because that's what I chose last time. That can't be the right choice. To act as a decoy. Surely that was the imposter's purpose. But it wouldn't be a simple matter of providing a brief distraction. Alphard had been careful to wipe out almost everyone she'd associated with in the past. That was precisely while all over defining characteristics, such as age and sex and nationality, had been unknown. Hello, Hollow Mirage, welcome to the stream. It was unthinkable that she'd allow this decoy, who almost certainly knew who she really was, to stay alive. And since Hitomi carried the antiviral in her body, Alphard likely wanted to get rid of her as well. In all likelihood, the terrorist mastermind was planning to steal the antiviral from the lab. But as long as some of it remained in Hitomi's bloodstream, she wouldn't have a monopoly on it.
Aha!
Stanley blurted aloud. He just realized what Alphard hoped to accomplish at the Scramble. She meant to eliminate both Hitomi and her own decoy at the same time. The question was how. Beginning with her bombings in Chicago, Alphard had made frequent use of remote-controlled explosives. It was likely that she'd opt for something similar here as well. But she wasn't going to be at the Scramble herself, so how in the world was she going to trigger the explosion? There's some clue to be found in something she said or done earlier.
Think. Try to remember. Think. Try to remember.
If he didn't do something, everyone at the Scramble was probably gonna die. Then as he desperately racked his brain, he remembered something Kano had said. It's been a while since they were at the scene of the minivan explosion together.
He said he heard a ringtone, cell phone ringtone at the time of the explosion. Not sure if that's significant, though.
Oh, that. Kano said that. Stanley recalled the recent exchange between Alphard and Hitomi. The two had called each other's cell phones. Alphard hadn't really been checking to make sure she had the right number. She'd been checking to make sure Hitomi hadn't changed her ringtone. That was it! The bomb was set to detonate in response to a specific piece of music. And the ringtone in Hitomi's phone was the trigger. Where could the bomb be hidden then? Stanley didn't have the time to think. He needed to alert Kano and the others right away. As he pulled out his phone again, he recalled the map of the stakeout positions. Kano would probably be right next to the decoy Alphard. It might be a mistake to call him under the circumstances. Maybe he couldn't risk calling Kano, but he could call Achi. Here we go! Stanley dialed Achi into his number.
Please, don't let me be too late.
He muttered to himself as he waited for the call to connect. Achi was quick to pick up. The quicker picker. Why? Why can't I jump to Achi and Kano? I don't get this.
Mr. Stanley? What's going on?
I don't understand why it's not letting me do the jumps. Seriously, this is just... Here we go. Okay.
Get him, detective.
He murmured under his breath.
We're counting on you.
So now we should get a call from Stanley, right? A keep out? Wait, are you fucking serious? Whoa. I'm guessing now it's gonna work. And it's probably gonna do the same thing here with Kano too. Oh, wow. Come on, 428. Kano dialed up Osawa. Looks like, well, okay, the phone rang several times. Officer Osawa picked up.
It's Kano. I have the password. Oh, are you serious?
Osawa blurted in shock.
Here, let me give it to you. Are you ready? Yes. 59 FBAI 4QL1.
As he passed along the alphanumeric sequence, Kano kept his eyes on Palmer. The man stared back at him with an expression of bitter defeat. There was a long silence on the other end of the phone. Then, at last, Osawa's excited voice came through.
That did it. It opened. The lock opened.
Kano let out a deep breath of utter relief. Uh-oh, Palmer's gonna do something. Palmer snorted.
You're really satisfied with catching me and saving the life of one girl. I suppose it's the Japanese way to forget the pain that's been visited upon you. But it's not over. The bloodshed will continue. All over the world. Women, children, the elderly, innocent, all will bleed. Because absolute justice is on our side. Is that right?
Ooh, knocking the hell fuck out! Woo! Connor drove his fist into Palmer's face. There was no such thing as absolute justice. It was that kind of blind faith that kept the world in conflict.
Well, this sure is quite the mess.
Damn! Kuze! Whirling around in surprise, Kano saw Kuze standing there.
Director Kuze!
He bowed his head apologetically. He may have apprehended the criminal mastermind, but only because he'd ignored a direct order to place Maria under quarantine. And one half of the conflict is saved.
I'm sorry, sir, but I... Save the apology.
Kuze interrupted.
You're the one who solved the case. You did good, kid.
Once again, Kano bowed, this time even more deeply.
Oh, and one more thing, Kano. Yes, sir? Sasayama has regained consciousness. I thought you'd like to know. Oh, thank God. Sasayama. They were able to save him. I got a call from the hospital. Looks like he's going to pull through.
Oh my God, are we gonna get an ending for Kano?
That's great. Really great news.
Hello, Eblis. Welcome to the stream. Tears of relief came to Kano's eyes. And if Osawa was able to get the lock at the lab open, he should also have been able to get Maria the antiviral without further difficulty. All that's left is Alphard. Kano dragged Palmer to his feet, then undid the handcuff from his own wrist, using it to properly bind his captive. God, the music is so fucking good. I'm sorry for being a broken record, literally, but I love the music in this game. The metal ring snapped shut with a soft, satisfying click. Palmer limply hung his head. It was over. It was all finally over. It really had been quite a day, Connor reflected. Beyond all the challenges he'd faced, he had come face to face with his own shortcomings. Now he knew what a long way he had to go to be the man he wanted to be. Damn, I'd say he's come quite a long way as well. Even today, he was the fucking hero. But at least he'd learned what it truly meant to be a detective. Kuze was muttering to himself nearby.
I mean, you don't even really look alike, but...
The director shook his head and cleared his throat.
You know, Kano, for a second there. You look just like Tateno.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Really? Sir?
Kano smiled, fussing sheepishly with his hair. Oh my god! Kuze's words were the finest praise he could have asked for. Someday he really might be a detective like Tateno. No, he decided he would be. Yeah, I think that we're getting Kano's ending. And until then, he'd never give up on that dream. It might be a long, long road, but he would walk it. I think we just got Kano's ending. Kano looked up into the sky. The neon lights of the city shone from all over. This was the same old Shibuya that it always was, but one that he looked at now with new eyes. It truly was a 428 Shibuya Scramble. Keep bound? What? That definitely seems like the end. Okay. Okay, what? Alright, and Achi is also keeped out. Tateno is still dead. You know what? Stanley was gonna call Achi, right? So... let's, can I actually jump to Achi? Yes, finally. I don't know why it held it back until now. That was just really stupid, but okay. Okay, let's do Achi. Eventually, Achi spotted Kano on the far edge of the crowd. The detective pumped his fist in victory. It looked like he'd gotten Alphard to cough up the password. He still thinks that's Alphard.
Thank goodness. Finally, some really good news.
Now, Itomi and Maria were both safe. Not really. A surge of relief ran through Achi's body. Unexpectedly, his cell phone rang. Yep, that's Stanley calling him. It was Stanley. And we jumped right back! Falcon, the jumps are becoming fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
Please, don't let me be too late.
He muttered to himself as he waited for the call to connect. Achi was quick to pick up.
Mr. Stanley? What's going on? How'd the negotiations go? How'd the negotiations go? The detective caught Alphard.
Achi replied happily.
He got him to give up the password. I think he's called the folks at the lab. Does that mean the case is closed then? Oh, son, not even close. No, not yet. Right now, I need you to do exactly as I tell you.
There was a pause before Achi responded.
Why? What's going on? If y'all want to save Itomi, then shut up and listen.
Stanley snapped.
All right, tell me what to do. First, y'all need to power down Itomi's cell phone. Turn off her phone. What for? Just do it, damn it! I'm pretty sure there's a bomb somewhere near your location.
Stanley tried to keep his voice as calm and steady as possible.
A bomb?
Achi's voice squeaked into falsetto. A bomb?
The guy that Kano just apprehended is a decoy. The real Alphard is planning to eliminate Itomi, and the false Alphard at the same time.
Stanley didn't have the time to explain that Kanan was Alphard. He really should say that. Besides, it would only confuse the matter all the more at this point.
Listen, first turn off that cell phone, then go look for the bomb. Okay, got it.
Achi hung up. No, what's going on? Oh, I thought he crashed or some shit. Hopefully the team at the Scramble would be able to pull through. Now, Stanley needed to focus on capturing Alphard. He tightened his grip on the steering wheel. His emotions were coming on far too strongly for him to keep them in check. In the back of his mind, Stanley thought about the last he'd ever seen of Frank. Oh, God. There had been nothing left of his brother but a bloodied hand reaching out from beneath the rubble. Ever since that day, since that very moment, Jack Stanley had sworn vengeance upon Alphard. He would never forget the rage he felt at having what was left of his family taken from him.
Hey, Jack. Once it's all tied up, I need a drink. Let you and me have beer together. Sure. Yo got it.
Stanley sprang into action, leading away the throng of panicking civilians. But all the while, he couldn't help but worry about Frank.
We've got almost 30 minutes left. He'll be fine. Backup will definitely be here in time.
He did his utmost to reassure himself, but still the doubts gnawed. And the bomb squad descended upon the area clad in their protective gear. Another definition. EOD suits, yep. Also commonly called bomb suits or blast suits, worn during bomb disposal operations to protect the wearer from the shock of a blast, or from any hurled fragments an explosion may produce. Such a suit is, however, wholly inadequate to protect the wearer from a large, powerful explosive, such as several hundred grams of C4, detonated in close range. He felt a surge of relief. Only about 15 minutes had passed. There was still plenty of time for them to deactivate the bomb with their liquid nitrogen.
Thank God. Frank's gonna be alright. He got no chance.
But he got no chance to relish that thought. Oh, for fuck's sake. There was an ear-splitting boom as a powerful shockwave shook the area. Stanley whirled back around, staring in horror at the place that his brother had been. Nothing remained but a mound of rubble. A later investigation revealed that the timer on the bomb's exterior had been a mere ruse. The explosive had never linked to a timer at all. Instead, it had been detonated via remote control. Wow, that's nasty. When electrical detonators capable of triggering an explosion with electrical current were invented, they quickly rendered old-style fuses obsolete. In the modern day, many terrorists use small electronics such as cellular phones and keyless entry remotes for cars as explosive triggers. Alphard had deceived them, using a visible timer to lure them into a false sense of security. Stanley had managed to save many lives that day, to be sure, but it had come at the cost of his own brother's life. Had he really made the best decisions he could have made? He was still asking himself the same question, over and over, even now. But no matter how much he blamed himself, it wouldn't bring Frank back. If there was one thing he could still do for his brother, it was getting revenge on Alphard with his own hands. Stanley had been in constant pursuit of Alphard ever since. He would stoop to any level for information, without remorse. His opponent was someone who would do anything at all to achieve a goal. It only made sense for him to do the same. At some point, he'd stopped even hesitating and get his own hands dirty. He would charge headlong into any danger if he sensed Alphard's presence. Even his own life was a price he was willing to pay in the name of vengeance. He could never hope to latch his jaws onto his quarry's throat if he behaved like prey himself. He must be the greater predator. He would cast aside his humanity, would become a blood-stained beast, if that improved his chances at the hunt. Dan, getting rebuild of Eva number 2 vibes here. For the hunt was all that mattered. Pursuit of Alphard had become his only purpose. So it had been for the past 2 years. Now, those years flashed through Stanley's mind in the blink of an eye. As he came back into the moment, he marveled at his own ferocity, at the depth of the wound he'd suffered. Okay, these two things are the same thing, but...
If I do get my revenge, what would Frank think?
When Stanley pictured his younger brother, it wasn't with a smile on his face. The realization gave him pause. In the end, killing Alphard wouldn't bring his brother back. That went without saying. But although he could see now that revenge was an absurd goal, his heart still churned deep and dark with resentment. The Okoshi Pharmaceutical Lab finally came into view. Oh no! A large billow of black smoke was rising from one of the building windows. Stanley felt a chill in the pit of his stomach. He hopped out of the car and then gasped.
Tateno!
He's dead. Detective was sprawled face down on the ground outside the laboratory gate, his gun still in his hand. Blood had pooled around his head. He had been shot at close range. Death would have been instantaneous. All too late. Stanley felt the full weight of his mistake. Tateno had gone up against an opponent who was out of his league and had gotten himself killed. And Stanley had put him up to it. He should never let Tateno try to handle the situation on his own. He should have done whatever it took to stop the detective. There must have been some way he could have averted the disaster.
Save Maria's your top priority, isn't it? That's right.
There had been no hesitation in Tateno's words. Stanley had known how badly the man wanted to save Maria. That's why he deferred to the detective's judgment. Now he was faced with the results of his own naivete. The smoke pouring from the building showed no signs of diminishing. In all likelihood, the lab had been destroyed with a bomb. Alphard's plan had run its course before Stanley had even got there. He couldn't forgive himself for having been so thoroughly outwitted. Nor would he ever forgive Alphard for what the terrorists had done. This is a very involved bad end. Anger erupted inside him, raging like hellfire, driving him onto action. Death would be too kind a fate for Alphard. Now more than ever before, the thirst for vengeance consumed him. Oh God, he got shot too! But even as he began to stalk toward the laboratory, a bullet caught Stanley in the abdomen. For a moment he couldn't process what had happened. There was an intense searing pain that spread through his gut. Warm liquid began to soak through his shirt. Then a figure emerged from within the smoke. I've been waiting for you to show up, Jack. Another bullet tore through Stanley's body. Time seemed to slow for him. He watched the spray of blood scattering like a crimson mist.
Alphard!
You should know by now. I'd never leave any loose ends. Stanley hissed the word through his clenched teeth. Out of pure stubborn spite, he managed to stay on his feet, tottering toward his foe. He raised his gun. Wow, movie scene. He didn't stop pulling the trigger until the very moment his world went dark. Damn. Defiant to the last. That is a pretty epic bad ending. Oh my God. Okay, what can we do to solve this? I think, Tateno had the thing where we jumped to Kano, right? Yeah. Let's try to do this. Let's try to take Tateno's jump to Kano. That works. Okay, let's do it. Let's go back to Kano's good ending here. It seems like Kano is going to have a happy ending while everyone else is in misery. Oh my God. That was an incredible bad ending. So cinematic, really, with Stanley. My God. I wonder what made Alphard so freaking crazy. This was the same old Shibuya that it always was. One that he looked out now with new eyes. His cell phone rang. Tateno's name appeared on the incoming call display. Kano quickly picked up.
Detective Tateno? What's going on? You need to get Hitomi Osawa to safety immediately. Alphard isn't trying to get her blood. He wants her eliminated. What?
Tateno wasn't making any sense. Alphard, Palmer had already been arrested. The threat was over now.
Hurry!
Tateno barked.
Yes, sir. Detective!
Oh, detective! Achi called out suddenly. He was standing with Hitomi and the others near the statue of Hachiko. Detective! That's not the real Alphard! He's a fake!
A fake?
Yeah, I just got a call from Stanley.
Well, I just got a call from Tateno.
Huh, what are the odds?
I know, right? Anyway, we must go.
Connor didn't want to believe it. If this Alphard was just a decoy, that meant the real culprit was elsewhere, still on the loose. Achi's voice rang with desperation. He said the real Alphard is planning to get rid of both Hitomi and the fake with some kind of bomb.
To get rid of Hitomi?
That lined up with what Tateno had just called to warn him about. It must be true then. Once again, Kano tensed. A bomb, but where?
Get me the Explosive Ordnance Division.
Someone squawked. Oh, that's... Get me the Explosive Ordnance Division. A team made up of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Bureau 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th Riot Police units, as well as a support vehicle unit. Division members are trained in explosive disposal. Typically, a dangerous explosive is frozen with liquid nitrogen, then moved away from the site via support vehicle. The bomb is then detonated in a safe location. Explosives are almost never dismantled on site. We've got an emergency here! It was Kuze, practically screaming into his cell phone. We're at the Scramble outside the station. Hurry! The director started running toward the precinct, still shouting as he wove his way through the crowd. Kano felt himself starting to panic. If Hitomi and Palmer were the targets, the bomb had to be nearby. He stormed over to his captive.
Okay, where's the bomb?
He demanded.
What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me.
He didn't know. He's just a fucking patsy.
I already told you the password,
Palmer said.
What point would there be in keeping things from you now?
He had a point. If he had known about the existence of the bomb, he'd kept it a secret so far. Getting him to reveal it now would not be easy. Kano decided just to have a go look for it himself. He took a deep breath and tried to think logically. If he were Alphard, what would he do? How could he ensure that he'd eliminate both Hitomi and the fake Alphard at the same time? Where would he plant a bomb in order to pull that off? Let's see. Was it on the fake? I don't know. Let's see. Damn, this is a tough one. Did Alphard even have time to put it on Atomi? I don't think. Like, I can't imagine the bomb would be that small. Let's see, because, damn, I don't think Alphard has small bombs technology, which not only exists in Zero Escape. I'm gonna say C, in a minivan. He's gonna try the same ploy all over again. Kano thought back to the other van explosion that afternoon. Alphard would need an explosion big enough to wipe out both Hitomi and the fake Alphard, even if they got separated. Exactly. With that in mind, rather than plant a bomb in one fixed spot, he used a minivan, which could be moved to wherever Hitomi and Palmer happened to be.
Hachi, it's a minivan. Look for a minivan.
Damn, this, you know it's old when you see a freaking ad for Ask.com. Jeez. Anyone remember Ask Jeeves? That was a site that existed. Kano scanned the area. There were plenty of vehicles parked all around, but no minivans. This seems strange. If the two intended victims were here now, he'd expect the bomb to be somewhere near as well. Still, he didn't spot a minivan anywhere. Maybe the Hachiko statue? Kano ground his teeth in frustration, sweat practically pouring from his forehead. Was he wrong in his assumption? If he was wrong, where the bomb could be hidden? His mind began to run in circles.
Okay, you can do this. You just made a totally badass arrest. You got the password. You can do this. And the chief compared you to Tateno, your hero. You are having a great day, an absolute great day. Focus. Just think. Focus. Think. You're getting married. Everything's going to be just fine.
He had to trust himself and then take action. He decided he'd just have to start checking whatever vehicles were close by. Leaving the fake Alphard under SOS's watch, he ran to the nearest parked car. I know it still exists. Oh wait. I'm just saying it's not nearly as prevalent as it used to be. He peered into the side windows. There didn't appear to be anything suspicious inside. Of course, if the bomb was still set in the engine compartment of the trunk, a cursory check like this would never find it. Still, he hurried toward the next car. He had to trust his detective instincts. If he couldn't spot the bomb itself in a vehicle, maybe something else would alert him to his presence. Alphard had a certain criminal signature that Kano was sure was Linger.
Nothing abnormal here. No problems here. No, not this one either.
With each car he checked, Kano's panic rose. About a minute, no 2 minutes was to pass, and he started searching for the bomb. Already more than 15 minutes had passed since Palmer appeared on the scene. The detonation could come at any moment now. Actually, it can't because of, Achi should have turned off the phone. Kano felt like he might crumple under the weight of fear.
It might already be too late.
He felt utterly defeated. And then he saw it! Oh, it's another car. A small, boxy minivan. And it was racing right toward him. That was it! It had to be! The van drew steadily closer, streaming a massive plume of white smoke. Kano sprang into action.
Stop! Stop that vehicle!
He rushed right into the minivan's path, bracing himself to stop it with his own body if necessary. The driver's compartment was filled with white smoke, making it impossible for him to see who was driving. The van might be unmanned.
Stop!
Kano shouted again. He knew it was probably pointless, but he had to try.
No, I was having such a good day.
God damn it. Oh, he's still alive. Kano whirled around. You can see, I bet a bunch of people are dead. You can see countless bloody bodies scattered across the pavement. What the hell just happened? It wasn't the minivan that exploded. The bomb was in someplace else.
No. How?
Kano crumbled to his knees. The minivan drove right on past him. The chilling breeze in its wake washed over him like the winds of despair. God damn it. Bad end. The bomb explodes, which could apply to many of them. Okay, so that was probably the wrong choice. Oh, right. I trusted y'all. Okay. No, wait, good. How could it possibly be on Hitomi? It would have to be way bigger. On the fake. There was no other place he could have possibly planted it. Kano planned to pat Balmer down carefully.
Hachi!
He shouted.
Check the case. Hurry!
He gestured to the attaché case Palmer had been carrying.
Don't move.
Kano searched through his captive's jacket and the pockets of his pants. But he came up with nothing. Perhaps Alphard had fitted the bomb to his man's watch or belt?
Stop this. I'm not carrying a bomb. Shut your mouth!
And Kano couldn't spot anything suspicious about the watch or the belt either. He clenched his jaw in frustration. Did Palmer really not have it at all?
Detective!
It was Achi. He looked alarmed. Kano hurried over to him, dragging Palmer along. When he looked inside the attaché case, Palmer's face went pale.
No, it can't be.
There we go.
Alphard, why?
His voice was hoarse with betrayal. Yep, okay. There's no way it could have been on Hitomi. Then he abruptly broke into stilted laughter.
Trusting someone really does make you blind. Such a simple, childish ruse. And it went right under my nose.
Palmer looked over at Kano.
We need to get out of here immediately,
He said.
That right there is C4.
A plastic explosive created for military use. The chief component is RDX, trimethyl nitramine, and trimethylene trinitramine, which is combined with a plasticizer such as diacetyl sebacate. It is highly reliable and is used for many military forces around the world, most notably the U.S. Armed Forces.
A high-yield plastic explosive used by the military. And that's enough to blow this whole area to smithereens.
A chill ran up Kano's spine.
Do not let this man go,
he said, handing Palmer over to Susumu.
Got it. Just leave it to us.
Susumu signaled his followers, who immediately dumped Palmer unceremoniously on the ground. Kano carefully inspected the inside of the attaché case. Damn, that's a lot of C4. Holy fuck. Achi had found a false bottom in the case. The space beneath it was indeed packed full of plastic explosives. Set within it was what looked like a detonator. Kano didn't know much about bomb disposal. He only been taught the very basics during his police academy training. Nonetheless, something drew his eye. Here we go, red wire, the blue wire. A microphone.
A microphone.
There was a parabolic microphone attached to the detonator. In all likelihood, the detonator had been set to go off in response to some sort of sound.
Hey.
Oh, that's him saying it.
Hey, detective? Is that thing gonna explode or not?
Archie's voice was shaky.
It looks like it's sound activated, but it hasn't gone off just from having people talking nearby. That means it must be set to explode in response to a specific sound trigger. A specific sound, huh?
Archie took a moment to think.
That's it! It must be Atomi's ringtone. That's why Stanley had me power his cell phone off.
So that means we're safe then? Atomi asked. It's not gonna explode anymore, right? Kano had to fight back any feelings of relief. They couldn't forget this was Alphard they were dealing with. Assuming they were safe would be a very dangerous mistake. Carefully lifting up the detonator, Kano spotted another cable connected to the bomb. As calmly as he could, he tried to remove the plastic explosive from the attaché case. A timer as well. He quickly discovered that the thinly stretched sheet of plastic explosive was only an intermediate layer concerning a second false bottom. A small timer had been set beneath it.
There's not just a second trigger.
Kano's mouth had gotten dry. His voice came out as a whisper.
The bomb has also been fitted with a countdown timer.
Oh, not just a sound trigger, is what he said.
Not just a sound trigger.
Stanley had been right on the mark. The ringtone of Atomi's cell phone would trigger the explosion. That way Alphard could eliminate both her and the stooge, Palmer, at the same time. That was for, Mr. Theater, that was for the bomb in the past. But just in case the sound trigger were discovered, as a backup, the bomb also had been rigged to explode after a set time. Kano speed dialed his boss.
Director Kuze, where's that bomb squad?
151, 150. Not even 2 minutes left to go. Didn't look like the explosive ordnance unit would make it in time. Kano scanned the area, weighing his options. He noticed Archie standing right beside the bomb case.
Archie!
He called out.
Leave that thing and get out of here.
But Archie didn't move.
No way.
He sat down, the attaché case cradled in his arms.
Archie, what the hell are you doing?
I guess it's time to switch back to Archie soon.
I'm not going anywhere until everyone's made it to safety. Detective, you need to get these people someplace safe right away. Clear the area first, then I'll go. But there's no way I can do that. Damn it. Don't you want to save these people too?
Kano bit his lower lip in frustration. Archie was right. If the bomb went off amidst a crowd like this, there was no telling how many casualties there'd be. He needed to do whatever he could as quickly as possible.
Get back! Everybody get back!
Archie shouted at the top of his lungs.
There's a bomb! Everyone get out of here! Just run!
Following his lead, Kano started directing nearby civilians to safety. Hitomi, Susumu, and the others added their voices to his. Fucking typos. There's a bomb! Everybody run!
Get away as fast as you can.
Please, you all have to get out of here! But the crowd wasn't listening to their warnings. On the contrary, some people hurried closer to see what the commotion was all about. God damn it! But it was no use. They were out of time. Kano went to save Archie at least. He turned back to him and called out.
Archie, that's enough! Leave the bomb and let's go!
Archie! Hitomi shouted. Come on! But Archie only clutched the bomb more tightly.
What are you doing?
Kano screamed.
Come with us! Hurry!
Still, Archie would not move. Susumu's face went pale.
Wait, Archie! Your leg! What about my leg? Earlier, when you kicked that steel pipe. What the heck?
Finally, Kano understood. It wasn't that Archie didn't want to move. Oh no. He couldn't move. And so he decided to get all heroic and use himself as a human shield to minimize the impact of the explosion on everyone else.
That idiot!
Kano muttered.
If his leg was busted, why didn't he say so? How'd he even make it this far?
There couldn't be much time left. Kano rushed to help him now. He may not make it to safety before the bomb went off. He had to make a decision. I'm gonna say he needs a plan. Couldn't just rush in without a plan. Objective needed both a cool mind and a fiery spirit. And the more heated the situation was, the more he needed to stay cool. He could feel the muscles in his legs begin to stiffen. He did his best to slow his racing heartbeat, his mind set out desperately for a way out of the situation. But his eyes remained fixed on Archie, holding that bomb in his arms. Knowing that it could explode at any moment made it almost impossible to think. The harder he tried to calm himself, the more his panic grew. He cursed himself for not leaping into action immediately. He should have acted before thinking. That was the only thing he was good at. He stood frozen, staring at Archie. Okay, made the wrong choice. Then he felt the hairs rise up on the back of his neck. White smoke was pouring from approaching minivan. That's probably Stanley. The vehicle teetered up to a stop along the shoulder of the road. Still, the smoke spilled out, roiling from a partially open window. Kano could feel a strange chill in the air.
Is that?
Instinctively, he rushed toward it. The dry ice! Oh my god! Peering through the minivan's windows, he saw a clunky box-shaped device in the back. It was rumbling fiercely, swinging out an unending amount of white clumps. Oh my god, a dry ice machine.
Hey!
Kano yelled, banging hard on the door.
Open up!
By freezing a bomb that used an electronic activation trigger, it's possible to kill the battery cell and deactivate the detonator. The explosive ordnance uses liquid nitrogen, but maybe dry ice could work as well. Maybe. Liquid nitrogen is a lot colder than dry ice. Nitrogen that has been cooled to a liquid state with the temperature below minus 195.8 C. It can be poured onto explosives to stop the function of components such as the battery cell for the detonator. However, in situations where the surrounding area can be safely secured, it's preferable to destroy the explosive via detonation rather than simply arrest its function. Carbon dioxide in its solid state. Because it evaporates at minus 79 C at standard atmospheric pressure, it must be kept refrigerated or it rapidly dissipates into mist. Thus its use in smoke and fog machines. The odds of dry ice being able to stop the detonator of a bomb are quite low. Battery cells do lose electromotive force in a sub-zero environment, but there's no guarantee this would actually work. There are 3 men inside the vehicle. Connor shouted at the one in the driver's seat.
I need to borrow that machine.
Oh my god! They all look like they're high as hell. The man replied in a lethargic drawl. No way, man. You have
haven't even paid this thing off yet.
There was no time to explain or negotiate. Kano was gonna have to take it by force. Midorikawa! Where have you been this whole time? Fucking hell!
Hold it right there!
Another man appeared suddenly in front of the vehicle. The pushy fellow Kano running toward the scene of the explosion.
You guys are with that the Wandering Angels theater troupe, yeah?
He said to the van's occupants. Oh my god, and the Wandering Angels again. Episode 6, the finale. The minivan carrying Tezuka, Bando, and Amo veered wildly through the streets of Shibuya, leaving a trail of white smoke in his wake. The trio, now definitely impaired by oxygen deprivation, came close to causing several accidents, teetering on the brink of consciousness. They were still trying to reach Edo Electronic when they ran into Kano and his companions instead. After Kano takes the machine off their hands, they will happily get back to the theater, clean up, crack open some beers, and look back over one long, crazy day. Finn. He pointed at the dry ice machine.
That thing's defective! The guy from the electronics store said he'd refund your deposit.
For real?
Yeah, he told me to tell you that the machine has been recalled. We'll bring it back for you, so hurry up and open the door. Yeah, okay.
The newcomer helped the three men unload the dry ice machine from the minivan, then turned to Kano.
Here, hurry up and take it! Ha ha!
He shouted.
Right, thank you.
Kano wasn't sure what was going on. He took the machine and ran, pushing it ahead of him across the pavement. Hachi! Hitomi wailed, tears in her eyes. The detective flew right past her, trailing a billowing plume of white smoke in his wake.
Please let me make it in time. Please let me make it in time. Please let me make it in time.
Kano let loose a wild yell. He ran as fast as his leg was taken toward Achi and the bomb. Fucking hell. You know what? Let me get Achi back up to that point. Unexpectedly, his cell phone rang. It was Stanley. Let me get Achi back up to that point, just so I can, you know, everything catch up, because...
Mr. Stanley? What's going on?
I don't understand what this is. Shouldn't this be repeated? God damn it.
How'd the negotiations go?
Achi quickly filled him in on the good news.
The detective cut Alphard. Got to get the password, and I think he called the folks at the lab. Does that mean the case is closed then? No, not yet. Not even close, son. Right now, I need to tell you do exactly as I tell you.
For a moment, Achi's head swam.
This isn't over yet? Why? What's going on? If you want to save Hitomi, then shut up and listen.
Stanley barked.
Alright, tell me what to do. First, you need to power down Hitomi's cell phone. Turn off her phone. What for? Just do as I tell you, damn it!
Was Stanley serious or just messing with him?
I'm pretty sure that there's a bomb somewhere near your location. A bomb?
Achi's voice squeaked into falsetto. A bomb? Damn it, why isn't it letting me fast forward this? Come on, game. The guy that Kano just ran. Oh.
The guy that Kano just apprehended is a decoy. The real Alphard is planning to eliminate Hitomi, and the false Alphard at the same time.
Eliminate both Hitomi and his own decoy. Why would he do that? And if the guy they just captured was a fake, then it was the real Alphard. He couldn't wrap his head around it. The more he tried, the more his thoughts became a jumbled mess.
Listen, First turn off that cell phone, and go look for the bomb. Okay, got it.
Right now, we just need to do what Stanley told him to do. He didn't have time to make sense of the situation. Hanging up, he called out to Hitomi.
Hitomi, you have to turn off your cell phone.
Huh? She stared back at him, too confused to act.
Look, just hurry up and do it.
Right. Okay. Pulling her phone from her pocket, she switched the power off. Then Achi turned in Kano's direction.
Detective!
He shouted. Kano was looking toward him, seemingly already aware that something was amiss.
Detective, that's not the real Alphard! He's a fake! A fake?
Kano looked understandably shocked.
Yeah, I just got a call from Stanley. He said the real Alphard is planning to get rid of both Hitomi and the fake with some kind of bomb.
Kano hurriedly turned back to the fake Alphard, began a fresh barrage of questions. Meanwhile, Achi's mind was racing again. If the bomb was meant to wipe out both Hitomi and the imposter, it would have to be pretty powerful, so it couldn't be anything particularly small.
No small bombs here.
Where could the bomb be hidden then? Achi scanned the area but didn't spot any place that seemed plausible. Then his eyes happened to alight on the attaché case the decoy discarded.
Could it be?
No sooner had his suspicions been aroused than he heard Kano call out to him.
Achi, check the case! Hurry!
He hurriedly opened up the attaché case and scanned the interior. But the only things inside were pieces of medical equipment, tubes and syringes and the like. There was nothing that looked remotely like a bomb. Still, where else could the bomb possibly be hidden?
Damn it!
He had to find the explosive, and soon. He took another hard look at the case.
I'll flip it over.
Achi lifted the attaché case high and flipped it upside down. But as about to throw it, he heard a faint metallic sound. Quickly, he lowered the case again. He's certain the noise had come from inside. Once more, he opened the case and looked inside. But still, he saw nothing of note. He tossed the medical equipment aside and slowly tilted the case from side to side. Although it looked empty, there was a distinct sound of something metal sliding back and forth.
Hold on. Could it be?
Achi tugged at the case's interior lining, quickly tearing it free. When he looked behind it, his eyes went wide. A thin layer of something that resembled white clay had been affixed inside the cover of the case. Several wires connected it to a small electronic device. This was it. The bomb really was inside the attaché case.
Here it is!
He shouted to Kano.
I found it!
Kano hurried over, bringing his captive with him.
There, Mr. Palmer. Take a look.
When he saw what was inside the attaché case, the fake Alphard went pale.
No, it can't be. Alphard, why?
His voice was hoarse with betrayal. Then he abruptly broke into stilted laughter. This is the same.
Trusting someone really does make you blind. Such a simple, childish ruse. And it went right under my nose.
The fake Alphard, Palmer, looked over at Kano.
We need to get out of here immediately,
he said.
That right there is C4, a high-yield plastic explosive used by the military. And that's enough to blow this whole area. Just smithereens.
Blow the whole area to smithereens? Achi pictured Shibuya reduced to a blasted ruin. Meanwhile, Kano frantically began searching the inside of the attaché case.
A microphone.
Kano muttered.
Hey, detective, is that thing gonna explode or not?
Archie tried and failed to keep his voice from wavering.
It looks like it's sound activated, but hasn't gone off just from having people talking nearby. That means it must be said to explode in response to a specific sound trigger. A specific sound, huh?
Now Archie understood Stanley's instructions. That's it! Oh.
That's it. It must be Atomi's ringtone. That's why Stanley had me power his cell phone off.
So that means we're safe then? Hitomi asked. It's not gonna explode anymore, right?
Maybe, but I wouldn't put our lives on it.
Kano continued his examination of the case. He carefully loosened the bomb and the cables, pulling them away from the lid of the case. The sight made Archie's heart leap. Then Kano went shock still, as if caught in a hungry predator's gaze.
There's not just a sound trigger.
The detective's voice was a raspy whisper. The bomb has also been
fitted with a countdown timer.
Archie could see the timer now. It had been planted underneath the plastic explosive. His blood ran cold.
Director Kuze, where is that bomb squad?
While Kano made a desperate call to the police, Archie picked up the attaché case and peered inside. The digital timer was steadily ticking down the seconds. Archie scanned the nearby area. There were too many people around the scramble. Hitomi was there. Susumu was there. Several more of his old pals, along with a bunch of innocent bystanders.
The people are the lifeblood.
Archie reminded himself. The blood that coursed through the body that was this city. Like cells, they brought life to the city he so loved. And Archie wanted to be one of the red, or was it white, blood cells of Shibuya.
Archie!
Kano called out.
Leave that thing and get out of here! No way.
Archie sat down, cradling the case in his arms.
Archie, what the hell are you doing? I'm not going anywhere till everyone's made it to safety. Detective, you need to get some of these people someplace safe right away. Clear the area first, then I'll go. But there's no way I can do that. Damn it. Don't you want to save these people?
Archie snapped. Kano bit his lower lip. Hitomi wrapped her arms around Archie from behind. Archie, don't do this.
Hitomi, you need to get out of here too.
Why? Why are you acting so crazy? Tears blurred her words. They could feel her trembling against him.
It doesn't matter. Just get as far away as you can.
No. No, I'm not leaving you! After the day they spent together, Archie knew full well that telling Hitomi something once wasn't enough to get her to listen. That stubbornness was one of the many things that made her so amazing in his eyes. Oh God.
Hitomi.
Archie clasped one of her hands tightly.
Please. This is the one favor I will ever ask you.
His voice came out oddly soft and gentle. All right. She told him. But let me just say one thing first. There are still so many things I want to talk to you about. So much more they want to know about you. So please, Hachi. Don't you die on me!
Hey, don't worry. Once everyone's made it to safety, I'll clear out of here right away. I don't want to die.
Hitomi squeezed his hand, then got up and silently hurried away.
Susumu, you and SOS start getting people out of the area. Yeah, all right.
Susumu turned away and spurred the gang into motion. Then for an instant, Achi's eyes met Kano's. Achi gave a tiny nod and looked down at the timer.
Get back!
Achi shouted at the top of his lungs.
Everybody get back! There's a bomb!
He held the attaché case tight against himself as he continued shouting. He ran, his voice raw, trying to ward the crowd away.
Everyone get out of here! Just run!
Following his lead, Kano started directing nearby civilians to safety.
There's a bomb!
The detective shouted.
Everybody run! Get away as fast as you can.
Susumu waved his arms sympathetically. Please! Hitomi added. You all have to get out of here! But the crowd didn't heed their warnings. At last, apparently deciding that time was up, Kano turned back to Achi.
Hachi, that's enough. Leave the bomb and let's go.
You hear Susumu and Hitomi shouting as well.
There's no time left, man. Hachi, come on.
The way Palmer talked about this bomb sounded like a pretty dangerous one. Might be powerful enough to blow up the entire intersection. And there were still so many people nearby. There was no chance that they'd be able to get to safety in the few dozen seconds that remained. Achi needed to minimize the force of the blast as much as possible. He cradled the bomb more tightly to his chest, huddling over it.
What are you doing? Come with us. Hurry!
Screamed Kano. Damn. Achi and Kano going back and forth here. I don't think I'll take it because I already...
I don't know how powerful this bomb is, but please, God, let my body be enough to protect the people of Shibuya! And to protect Hitomi.
Achi squeezed his eyes tightly shut.
I'm sorry, Setsune. Looks like I won't be able to keep visiting you in the hospital anymore. You'll forgive me, though. Right? I stick it through the end just like you told me to. I didn't call it quits partway through. And so whatever you do, you can't tell me... You can't let that disease beat you. Don't you dare let it beat you!
Archie drew a deep breath as he finished his solitary little prayer. He couldn't have more than a few seconds left to go. Archie! It was Atomi. He was glad that her voice was the last thing in this world he'd ever hear. Or so he thought. Hell yeah, main theme time!
Archie, bring the bomb over here. You're not dying today.
Huh? That wasn't Atomi's voice. Archie opened his eyes and saw Kano racing toward him, pushing some big weird piece of machinery. The detective flipped open the machines, covered a really huge amount of dry ice.
Stick it in here. Flash freezing the timer off to stop it.
Archie did as he was told, shoving the attaché case into the dry ice. Kano helped him pile more dry ice on top of it.
Let's hope that's enough.
Kano exclaimed. He looked like a man desperate for a miracle. You could see the timer displayed through a gap in the frozen hydrogen, still counting down. Was this not gonna work? Hachi and Kano held their breaths. Are we gonna get it? We're gonna get it. To be continued. Damn. Wow. Okay. Now let's do the same thing from Kano's side. Kano let loose a wild yell. Ran as far as his legs would take him toward Archie and the bomb. Oh. Okay then! I really should have just let that go. Okay. Yeah, you were supposed to clearly jump to Archie for that ending. But that did not change. Stanley and Tateno's bad ends. Damn. I don't know if there's anything I should be able to do in Archie and Kano, but we've gotten them ready. Okay, you guys, don't worry, the stream's not over yet. I just need to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay. Damn, I have no clue now. It's freaking, it's just Stanley and Tateno. Yeah, no, okay, that was just for Archie. And this, I just want to check what this is. Will it have to do with this? No, but this wouldn't change. No, that wouldn't change whether Tateno is dead or not. Oh, God. No, I'm pretty sure that would lead to a bad end, wouldn't it? You know what? Let's... No. That's definitely gonna lead to a bad end if, Oh, God. You know what? Let's just see what happens. When in doubt, just poke at shit and see what could happen. He was gonna have to let her into the lab. Tateno had made up his mind.
Is something the matter?
Osawa asked warily.
No, it's nothing. And if you'd be so kind.
Osawa led him that way. Led the way. Kanan and Tateno followed him toward the storage facility. Looks like we're gonna have our big showdown inside the lab. It took about 20 seconds for the elevator to reach the first basement level. The biohazard storage area was evidently fairly deep underground. The doors opened to reveal a long, straight corridor. There was a door at the far end with a device at one side for checking IDs. Kanan approaches the device, setting the laptop she borrowed from the security room on the floor in front of it. She fixed a scrap of paper with Kenji Osawa's password written on it to one side of the monitor. Then she connected a series of cables to both the laptop and the device. Tateno kept his hand on his holster as he watched her work. Kanan began to slowly tap away at the keyboard. Her screen displayed a series of numeric values that changed with each keystroke. She checked the changes carefully, timing the movements of her fingers according to some formula. The device let out a warning sound and the display lit up. Incorrect password. The input has been rejected. Was this really gonna work? Tateno felt his impatience growing. Osawa's face showed a similar unease. Kanan turned to look at them. How many failed attempts are we allowed?
2, I believe.
Osawa answered.
After a third failed attempt, the storage area is locked down and can't be reopened without input from the full board of directors.
Kanan had already resumed typing before he finished speaking. There's a very slight difference in power. Who's talking here? I'm guessing Osawa.
There's a very slight difference in power consumption from the device when it presses a correct password compared to an incorrect one. There's a minuscule difference in the time it takes to run the process as well. If I can analyze those and compare them.
Oh, that's Kanan. God damn it. Fucking hell. There's a very slight difference in power consumption from the device When a process is an incorrect password compared to an incorrect one, a correct one, there's a minuscule difference in the time it takes to run the process as well. If I can analyze those and compare them... Kanan's voice trailed off. She continued working. There was another warning sound. A second failed attempt. A single bead of sweat ran down Tateno's forehead, but Kanan didn't so much as bat an eyelash. Ugh, I see. Her face remained full of confidence. It won't be a problem, she assured them. This isn't my first time with this type of mechanism. Yeah, that's damn. Being so ballsy with that. Oh my god. Slowly, one at a time, Kanan pressed key after key while keeping her eyes on the laptop screen. With each keystroke, a waveform at the top of the screen, looking almost like an echocardiogram, readout wobbled slightly. The laptop let out a tiny sound. A sequence of 10 characters appeared on the screen and Kanan read them off. Tateno jotted them down in his notebook, then headed over to the scanner to enter the twin passwords for Osawa and Tanaka. It worked. The door opened. Kanan let out a sigh of relief. Osawa gathered Maria up and headed to the storage area.
Get out.
As soon as Osawa and his daughter were out of view, Tateno drew his pistol. Kanan arched an eyebrow. What do you think you're doing?
Just get out of here.
Tateno pointed the barrel of his gun at Kanan's face. Silently, she did as she was told, turning and walking toward the elevator. He followed a few paces behind. She gave no hint of resistance. Now, Tateno needed to let Stanley know that they successfully opened the laboratory door. Damn, this is a whole different series of events. Wow! He pulled out his cell phone as he followed her into the elevator. As soon as he did, Kanan pressed herself flush against the wall. Boom. God damn it. A sudden explosion from within the corridor sent Tateno careening off balance. He slammed into the elevator wall. Then he lay in a daze. The elevator doors drew slowly closed and the cab began to rise upward. Tateno could tell that the impact had broken several of his ribs. Blood rose up from his throat and filled the inside of his mouth. He felt his grip on consciousness fading, but he managed to flip open his cell phone.
Stanley, please, pick up.
He jammed his thumb hard on the call button.
Stanley here. What's going on? Hey, something happened? Hey, answer me! Tateno! Tateno! Tateno!
Oh, come on! But he was too late pretending to hear Stanley's voice. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And that fucked up everyone else's thing, obviously. Let me go unfuck it. God damn it. No, because we needed that to warn Kano. I already tried both of those. They're the exact same thing. No, that we needed to call Achi. Ah, God. Let's try this. This is the only thing I can think of.
If I don't sink to her level, I'll never be able to beat her.
Stanley's heart had room for nothing but revenge. The law wasn't gonna punish Alphard. Stanley was. He didn't care if anyone else thought it was a petty vendetta. Only someone who'd suffered the loss of a loved one at the hands of a vicious killer could understand his seething resentment. And the lab is still on fire. Yokoshi Pharmaceutical Lab finally came into view. A large billow of black smoke was rising from one of the building's windows. Then I have no clue. Stanley felt a chill. Is this gonna be the same? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Ugh. C always felt like the best choice there. Oh God! Wow, I am genuinely stuck. I would like a hint. Would it really be way back here? No, that's when he's saying, like, to, you know, to protect Maria. God, no, this is going way too far back. And Achi and Kano are all about the defusing the bomb there. I really, truly don't know what to do. I don't even have any keep outs to unkeep out. Because they're both to be continued. The jumps are between Kano and Achi right there, because, yeah. And, I am 100% stumped. I gotta tell you guys, I need time to think. Ugh. I'm so sorry. But I did every single choice with Tateno. I did every single choice. No, that wouldn't do anything because he has to call no matter what. He definitely has to make the call to Kano because that really does affect his storyline a lot, so it can't be that one. And why would this have changed? Achi and Kano are dealing with the bomb. Do they say anything back to Stanley and Tateno respectively? Like, how would anything on Tateno's side have changed? I can't even... I am so sorry, you guys. I don't want to leave the. I don't want to end the stream on like a note where, wow, I have no fucking idea what to do. Because they need to make the phone calls they do for Kano and Achi's, and we know those are supposed to be the way they are because they say to be continued. And let's see. You think it just randomly would add different results, even though it makes absolutely zero sense? Like, this is barely... You're kidding me. Okay, nope, that didn't change a goddamn thing. Let's try it again, choice B here. Wait, did it even work if I did choice A? But I don't think he called Itomi. Didn't he call Achi? Oh no, he did call Itomi. You're right. Oh god. I'll just see what happens here.
It doesn't matter what Itomi says. I trust my own judgment.
Your own judgment, huh? And is that always correct? Kanan began punching in numbers. She never took her eyes off Tateno as she waited for Itomi to pick up. She's not answering. Kanan hung up and tried calling again. It's me. She's bluffing. It looked like she'd gotten through this time. That detective doesn't trust me. Apparently thinks I'm Alphard, not Kanan. Oh no, it's the same. No, it doesn't affect anything. And that fucks up everyone else's shit. Nope. Yeah, that fucked up everyone else's shit. Look. Let me change it back. Nope. Yep, no, that didn't change a thing. Yeah, see, without that choice, the to be continueds and everything collapsed. I am so sorry, you guys. I am so sorry. I am really trying to get this. I know I can be a fucking moron sometimes. Which, by sometimes I mean most of the time. Yeah, we needed that for him to call Achi. This doesn't seem like it would make much of a difference. This is when he's calling Tateno and telling him what to do. I tried that. That just led to a dead end. It didn't even give me any further choices there. Hello, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. You know what? But he kept repeating the whole thing about protecting... like... Oh, God. But that dialogue kept coming up, like... let's see.
Find somewhere to stall until I get there. She'll realize we're onto her, you're done for.
Tateno hung up without saying anything. Okay, this is the same here. Oh, looky here! That changed things! And it didn't affect this. Oh my God, that was it. Fucking hell. Here we go. Oh my God. It's gonna be something different.
Try anything funny, I'll make you regret it.
He kept his gun trained on the center of her chest. You can't shoot me. Kanan took another step closer. You're still traumatized from that time you let your friend's wife die. Oh my God, I thought that was... Oh, Atlas. I really thought that was the right thing to protect Maria. Okay. I guess it's this one. It's way back when what he told Tateno to do.
Oh, how do you know about that?
And okay, this is the same. 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 Here we go. New stuff. Kotoni's final moments flashed through Tateno's mind. he hadn't fired back then, maybe Kotone would still be alive. Your friend's entire life was changed because of you. Why hadn't he tried to talk the culprit down? He knew the reason why. Because he loved Kotone. He still loved her even after she'd become Daisuke's wife. His desire to be the one who saved her had warped his sense of judgment when things had come down the wire. Tateno? Do you not enjoy being with me? There was a forlorn look on Kotone's face. It wasn't that he didn't enjoy being with her. Her very presence soothed him. But the more serious their relationship had grown, the more it tore at Tateno's heart. The truth was that he really didn't know what happiness was, and so he was incapable of making someone else happy. If it were possible, he'd want Kotone to be smiling always. And that meant her being with someone other than him.
I think it would be best if we stopped seeing each other.
Tateno blurted out the words bluntly and Kotone's face fell. He broke up with her. Wow. He hadn't broken up with her because of any lack of feeling for her. Rather, the impulse had actually sprung out of his pursuit of human warmth and his growing fear of losing it. He'd just been so uneasy. More than anything, he'd been afraid he wanted too much love and affection from Kotone.
Hi.
Bit by bit, Tateno lowered his gun, his hand even more unsteady. His heart was on the cusp of breaking, and still Kanan continued with her diabolic whispering. You can go ahead and kill me, but if it turns out I'm not Alphard, what then? Now she stared at Tateno with an almost pitiable look. You'll have once more done something that you can never undo.
Something I could never undo.
Tateno repeated the words dully, feeling himself forced into a trance. That's right. Could you ever accept that?
No, I couldn't. Couldn't make the same mistake.
His whole body felt like it might fall apart. He wanted to drop to the ground and curl up in the ball like a child. And that's why you can't shoot anyone.
I can't shoot anyone.
As Tateno muttered the words, Kano's face appeared in the back of his mind.
I can!
Tears fell from Kano's eyes as he looked down the barrel of his gun at Tateno. He'd become a detective who didn't lose sight of what was supposed to protect, no matter what the situation. Tateno had nearly forgotten. Nearly abandoned his inward promise to be a detective worthy of that final salute Kano had given him. He brought his gun back up to bear. Don't be absurd, Kaden mocked. You can't shoot anyone.
Actually, I can.
The words creaked dryly from Tateno's throat.
When there's something I'm supposed to protect, I can't shoot.
The memory of Kano weeping but taking aim had given him the resolve he needed to face down an opponent who had to have terrified him.
I learned that from someone who was terrible at his job.
Kanan's eyes went cold. Immediately, she lifted up her gun again. Once more, their eyes locked, sparks of hostility crackling between them. But almost immediately, Tateno could sense the difference in skill between his opponent and himself. The young woman radiated a deadly aura. The force of her stare was like a knife thrust to his throat. She had borne witness to carnage and bloodshed, the likes of which he couldn't even imagine. He couldn't win this. She would kill him, guaranteed. Tateno braced himself, never taking his eyes off Kanan's. If nothing else, he needed to buy time for Kano to get that password. But could he do that, given the opponent he faced? Yes. Somehow he would do it. As a detective, as a man, even if he had to give his own life to succeed. Even if it couldn't come close to making up for the sins he had committed. Are we gonna get a keep out or to be continued here? Oh! Wow! Okay, Tateno's was kind of short. Oh my god! Next time. What is Stanley doing right now? It's this choice. Okay, so it's literally right up to where we were. We have but one path before us. I think next time is the end of the main story. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Tomorrow, for those who watch the series, will be a tiny, itsy-weetsy, probably 1 hour long bonus episode of Archipelago where we will briefly go through the unique sections of the other endings of the game. And on Sunday, as always, not as always, but brand new, we're gonna start Rose Gun Days, a story by Ryukishi, the author of Umineko. So, if you're excited for that, then you can join me on Sunday for that. Okay? Thank you so much. And until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.